Nobody wakes up wanting to stay poor. But most men do, without ever realizing when it happened. If you're watching this, chances are you work, you earn, you pay bills, you survive. From the outside, that looks normal, responsible, even. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Poverty doesn't start with failure. It starts with comfort. And once it sets in, it doesn't look like struggle. It looks like routine. What makes this worse is that the system rewards you just enough to stay in it, but never enough to leave. And this is where most men get stuck. Not because they're incapable, but because nothing ever forces them to question it. It usually begins with stability. A paycheck that arrives on time, bills that get paid, food in the fridge. At some point, survival becomes predictable. And when life becomes predictable, urgency disappears. You stop asking dangerous questions like, is this actually going anywhere? What happens if this stops? Who benefits if I stay right here? Instead, comfort takes over. Streaming replaces silence. Distractions replace planning. Busy replaces productive. And this is where most men misunderstand the danger, because nothing feels wrong yet. But this is the part nobody talks about. Comfort is not neutral. It's quietly expensive. Here's where things get deceptive. You start upgrading your lifestyle before upgrading your leverage. Better phone, better car, more subscriptions, small rewards for showing up. It feels like progress, but it isn't. Because nothing you're buying increases your control over time, income, or opportunity. And yet, it feels earned. This is the trick. Consumption gives you the emotional reward of success without the structural benefit of it. And this is where most men lose years. Not in failure, but in maintenance. But this is where things quietly go wrong. Eventually, your income depends entirely on one thing: your presence. If you show up, you get paid. If you stop, everything stops. No leverage, no systems, no insulation. Time becomes your only asset. And time is the one thing you can't scale. Here's the part nobody expects. The harder you work inside this structure, the harder it becomes to leave it. Because responsibility increases, risk tolerance decreases, and fear starts sounding like logic. This isn't the right time. Maybe later. Once things settle, they never do. There's a moment most men remember, even if they don't talk about it. The moment income becomes the goal, instead of leverage. When stability feels safer than uncertainty. When survival feels smarter than risk. That decision feels responsible, mature, logical. But it changes everything. Because from that point on, the system owns your future. And the longer you stay, the more expensive leaving becomes. This is the point of no drama, no explosion, no collapse, just quiet acceptance. And that's why it works. The consequences don't show up immediately. They show up slowly. Years pass, income plateaus, opportunities shrink. You're not broke, but you're not free. You don't starve, but you don't move. And over time, something else happens. Your expectations lower, not consciously, subtly. What once felt temporary starts feeling permanent. And this is how poverty sustains itself, not through lack of effort, but through lack of leverage. No villain required, no bad luck necessary, just momentum. Most men don't stay poor because they fail. They stay poor because nothing ever forces them to stop. The system doesn't need to trap you aggressively. It only needs to keep you comfortable enough, can never question it. And by the time the questions finally come, the cost of change feels higher than the cost of staying. That's how it works. Quietly, efficiently. And once you see it, you realize poverty isn't always about money. Sometimes, it's about never breaking the routine that created it. Now, you may want to subscribe for more information like this, and be smart. Signing off, The Inquest.